time to get into our next story. So Democrats are spending millions to learn how to speak to American men and win back the working class. We had one good story at the beginning of the episode, and then it just seems like everything else is dystopian. I don't know. The Democratic Party plans to spend $20 million on a Project Sam to reconnect with American male voters facing a decline in support among the group. So yeah, they lost Zoomer men to Trump, and now they've decided to spend a bunch of money to figure out why. And if you look again at our bias distribution here on our Ground News Agitator, we have a mostly right-leaning article, but there is 29% reporting from the left. So that's kind of good. Where did my story on this go? That's fun. Oh, I've got it all out of order. That's why. Here we go. Democrats spending millions to learn how to speak to American men and win back the working class. How about that? Democrats, I love how it words this. So this article that I grabbed was from The Independent, which is, it says it's center leaning, I believe, on our agitator here. Let's pull it back up. Yeah, The Independent. No, it says it leans left. Okay, so left leaning, but they're still gonna tear into Democrats. So that's good. I appreciate that, especially when it's needed. You know, Democrats have blown millions of dollars in an effort to appeal to American men who turned President Donald Trump in droves on. Who turned to President Trump on droves on Election Day in the hopes of winning back the working class, according to a report. Democrats have spent $20 million in their effort, with donors and strategists holding up in luxury hotel rooms, brainstorming how to convince working class men to return to the party. How about focus on what's wrong with the party and not just how to get people back to a party that's literally like hemorrhaging support? So the plan, codenamed SAM, or Speaking with American Men, a strategic plan. I feel like they probably spent too much money on trying to figure out what to call it. Promises to use the funds to study the syntax, language, and content that gains attention in virality in these spaces, according to the report. As the Times described it, the report can read like a anthropological study of people from faraway places. What? This is so ridiculous. The effort also recommends Democrats buy advertisements in video games, among other things, the Times reported. Above all, we must shift from a moralizing tone, the plan urges. While Democratic Party has struggled in recent years to maintain the votes, the party hopes to be rejuvenated by the fact that Trump's popularity has been on the decline since he was elected last fall. Still, the party has been scrambling to find both messaging and a messenger since losing the White House, the Senate, while Republicans held the House of Representatives in November. I feel like we just did a story about who your leader is, but keep resisting, DNC. Like, keep resisting. You resisted Bernie. How did that work out for you? Huh? Like, okay. We're going to keep moving on. Recent polling from Strength in Numbers, Vericite places Trump underwater with American voters on every single issue except for border security. According to the poll, 40% of people either strongly or somewhat approve of Trump's overall handling of the presidency, while 56% disapprove, split by the same modifiers, putting him 16 points underwater. Trump's numbers seem to be getting worse and worse, and I'm pretty optimistic Democrats will have some real opportunities in 2026, Zach McCarthy, Democratic pollster, told the Times. The 2022 midterms masked the Biden problem, he said about former President Joe Biden. A good 2026 midterm, we should not let that mask a deeper problem. Democrats have lost credibility by being seen as alien on cultural issues. Meanwhile, longtime Democratic researcher Anat Shakir Osario told the Times the Democrats must take actionable steps to earn back voters. Voters are hungry for people to actually stand up for them or get caught trying. She said the party is doing a lot of navel grazing and not enough full belly acting. That's a weird way to say that they are just catering to themselves, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, that's what we got for that story. Hey, Cousin Matt here. Thanks for checking out that clip from Nightly News This Morning, a show I do live on this channel on Tuesdays and Fridays at 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you like the content, please drop the video a like. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. And I really do appreciate your comments. I'm really looking forward to having a discussion. I'd love to know what you think about it, and we will see you in the next one.